Today's theme is the mother of all living. And this is referring to Eve. This is part 1, coming from Genesis chapter 3, verse 20. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. This part 1 is just an introduction to several lessons I will be sharing with you, and all concerning the woman Eve. Now, you know that the name Eve is mentioned several times in the Bible, but do you know how many times? Do you think it's 20, 30, or 10? The answer, it's just mentioned 4 times. Just a few times in the Bible is Eve's name. And yet, she is a very important woman in the Bible. Now, God made the world in 6 days. And he made Adam. But what did he make Adam from? It was from the dirt, the dust of the ground. And God breathed into him that breath of life. He became a living soul. And he had a relationship with God. And then Adam, in his loneliness, God realized he needs a helpmeet. So God decided to make Eve. Now, who was it that made women in general? It was God. He's the one that designed all women. Now, I call Eve, in God's creation, the crown jewel of all of his creation. Because after God had made everything, he saved the best for last, and Eve was a very special, unique woman. Now, Adam, when God made him, he took from his side one rib, closed up the flesh, and from that one bone he made a woman. So Eve comes to Adam, and they two are very important together. Now, every one of us all come from one woman named Eve. The entire world, the 6 billion people in this whole world, if you follow the family tree back through history, it will all come down to 8 people, Noah and his wife and their 3 sons and their wives. 8 people. But then before the flood, if you take it back even further, it comes down to 2 people, Adam and Eve. So it really doesn't matter whether you're white, black, Chinese, Asian, African, whatever color your skin is, whatever blood type you might have, whatever features you may have in your face, whether you're short, tall, thin, husky, none of those things matter, because everyone indeed comes from one woman by the name of Eve. So she is a very important woman. So all humans come from one woman by the name of Eve. Well, if that's true, why is it that we discriminate people based on the color of their skin? That's not right. It's not right to discriminate against anybody, to show hostility or prejudice against people, because we all are humans that come from one blood, Adam and Eve. Now, perhaps you and I have at times felt prejudice against people. That is not right. We forget that we have all come from one couple, Adam and Eve, and they have come from God. So we're going to study more about Eve.